Hi, welcome to Flint Strong. Today we have a fantastic broadcast for you, learning about some of the great history in the city of Flint and some of the great things that we're doing. This past week we had Back to the Bricks. It was jam-packed with residents from across the Out County area and Flint residents, fine automobiles and fine people. You know, events like this keeps us strong, and we're so very proud to be the host of Back to the Bricks. And definitely on the new bricks, we had a great time. Coming up this week, we have the Crim race, 49 years of running through the city of Flint. You know, this has been a part of our DNA and making sure people are staying engaged in what we do. You know, I'm so proud of the Crim Road Race. After my mother suffered a stroke and was battling breast cancer, she decided at the age of 74 that she wanted to participate in the Crim Road Race. Some thought she was a little bit not there. And I said, Mom, if you want to do it and engage in it, go for it. We were so proud as a family to watch my mother on a walker going through the Crim Road Race as members of our church congregation cheered her on as she crossed the finish line. It was a marvelous feat, but that's what the Crim Road Race means to each and every individual. It's a championship in their own minds and their own hearts. And the Crim Road Race is coming up, 49 years. Stay tuned to Flint Strong.
The City of Flint's street maintenance crews are hard at work across the city. Crews are cleaning streets, milling old pavement, and resurfacing worn roadways to create safer, smoother streets for everyone. Please slow down and use extra caution in work zones to help keep our hardworking crews safe. With more than 500 miles of roads throughout the city of Flint, this important work takes time, but every mile completed is another investment in our community. Thank you for your patience as we are building Flint back, better and stronger.
Welcome to Flint Strong. As I stated in the first segment, we have a very wonderful show for you today. Joining us here in the studio is Lauren, the CEO of Crim Foundation. Welcome, Lauren.
Thank you, Mayor.
You know, we talk about this is the 49th year of the Crim Road Race here in the city of Flint. And this has been a part of our DNA inside the city of Flint for the last 48 years. And tell us, why is that the case? Why has this become such a part of who we are inside the city of Flint?
Well, it's really about the people in the city of Flint. And really, that's what makes this race special, right? It's the people that come out and race, but it's not just the people that come out and race. It's the spectators along the race. It's the volunteers. It's the people that sign up to hand out water, that are providing entertainment. It's the city has embraced this race for 48 years, going on 49 this Saturday. And we really couldn't have done it without them, right? They have to make it. They're what makes this race so special.
Well, I talked about my mother at the golden year of 74 years of age, battling illness and sickness, decided that she wanted to participate in the Crim Road Race. We encouraged her. She did the race on a walker. Does that usually happen?
It does sometimes. You know, there is so many amazing stories that I hope we're going to tell in the next year, really, as we get to 50, of people doing things that they didn't think that they could do. And your mother's an example of that, saying, hey, you know what, this is so important to me. I'm going to do this race. We have had, over the last 5 years, many, many people start training groups, people with prosthetics that are participating in the Crim, and people who are using American Sign Language. All different types of people feel like they can be part of the Crim, and that's what makes it so special.
Yeah, it's a winning attitude, and the Crim Road Race is named after Bobby Crim, former House of Representative leader.
Yes.
And he came back home and he brought this jewel back to our community many, many years ago. And talk about the health issues that go on, because it's just not about winning a race, but it's about how people train and how people engage. Yeah.
I always think about Bobby Crim probably couldn't have imagined what he was going to start when he started that first race back in 1977. You know, the city embraced it, and, you know, people kept showing up. But then what happened was we became a nonprofit, the Crim Fitness Foundation, and we really see the race as a celebration of what we do all year round, because we have 23 staff, many people don't know that, full-time, working year-round in the city of Flint around health and wellness, everything from nutrition to mindfulness, to making our city a great place where you can walk and bike and be active in the parks. And so we're working year round, and then we love to celebrate it on that fourth Saturday in August.
Yeah, I always talk about thinking positive, speaking positive for positive outcomes for our community in Flint. And Crim is just that. And we have a mayor's breakfast every year, and we'll be hosting that, for our friends.
The mayor's breakfast is an amazing event because it is right at the start line. So we get to watch all the really fast elite runners start and take off, all the wheelers and all of the racers. And that start line photo is always just something that I love every year, just watching people take off, knowing that they're going to have a great time on the course and that they're going to be proud, just like your mother was, of finishing that race at the end.
Right. The partnerships are amazing. Talk a little bit about the partnerships and those who help support this engaged activity for everybody.
Well, I always say the Crim does nothing without partners. We could never do this alone. We have more than 100 partners that we work with year round, whether they're nonprofits or sponsors. We have over 1,500 volunteers that make this race possible. You know how many intersections we have to block on the roadway? People showing up doing that for us. So the partnership is what makes it work. The city of Flint being so gracious and always making sure that the roads look good, that we're ready, and it's going to be a safe environment. And then we always paint that special blue line on the course for people to follow for the 10 mile.
Is it too late for people to participate?
Absolutely not. People can still sign up. So you can sign up at crim.org/races, or you can sign up in person at the expo, which will take place this Thursday and Friday at the Riverfront Conference Center. So come join us at the expo. There's going to be tons of amazing vendors, fun experience, shopping, all that kind of stuff to get you ready for the race on Saturday.
I was told that Flinty the Fox, our new mascot, may show up at the teddy bear trot.
I love it. I want a picture with Flinty and Crim running bear.
Well, that'd be awesome. I wonder if it's to be a challenge. Can we get Flinty to race the bear?
We might.
Definitely, I want to thank all of you for participating in the Crim Road Race, participating in this great activity that makes Flint so strong. We'll be back.
Flint's Blight Squad is out every day clearing properties and fighting illegal dumping. But too often, trash still ends up on our streets and vacant lots.
If you see illegal dumping in your neighborhood, call the tip line.
Call the Blight Hotline, 810-237-2090. Join Mayor Sheldon, Neeley, and Flinty the Fox. Let's keep Flint beautiful for everyone.
Remember, together we are Flint Strong.
Welcome to Flint Strong. Today, we got another great announcements to make about how Flint is so strong. We're talking about some new programs that we've had and some of the programs that work very successfully and how we enhance those programs. And one of the programs that we had is our recycling program and our tire recycling program inside the city of Flint. The person who heads this up for us is Heather. Welcome to Flint Strong, Heather.
Thank you for the invitation.
One of the things that we have is a tire recycling program, and people can come in and turn in their old tires and get some cash, right?
Absolutely. Thankfully, the city of Flint has an opportunity for our residents. We will pay $1 per tire up to 25. So you could maximize your drop off. You're going to be doing it responsibly so we can recycle it, and then you get to leave us some money for doing that.
Right. And one of the things the city of Flint has been plagued with is that when people are trying to discard some of their waste, they leave tires in abandoned structures and unattended areas of our community, and it just causes hazards in our community. But you can dial 1-800-422-JAIL to report any illegal dumping in our city. You can get cash rewards for reporting illegal dumpers, for the arrest and conviction of those individuals. But this makes us Flint Strong because we can keep our community clean, and you receive a lot of those calls as well.
I do. Unfortunately, when they come in, there is still a process. So we get to them as soon as we can. We use all of our resources, and we can't do that without our residents.
Right, but also keeping our community clean, we have to keep our world clean.
Yes.
And one of the ways we can do that is through our recycling program. Now we have these big containers.
Yes, I have. And thankfully, this is actually something that you had brought to light, that you had an interest in bringing some more of these opportunities to our residents. And we looked into it, and lo and behold, like all the planets aligned, and we were able to not only get the recycling cart, we were able to also get the trash cart. All of that for $0. We did not pay 1 penny in order to have this program. And so 75,000 carts later of recycling and trash, we've got a full inventory, and everyone has that same opportunity to access these carts.
And these containers are pretty much rodent-proof because they're such sturdy containers.
They are. And a little side note, the extra benefit is that we actually had resin donated from a company in Michigan to build these. So not only are they made of recycled material so that we can show recycling is a thing, it is beneficial, but it makes them that sturdy. We anticipate 10 years of life for each cart. We would like to go 20 because we've heard that there's a lot of communities that do. So as long as they're being taken care of and used like they're, set up to do, we are going to have them for a very, very long time.
That's wonderful. Mm-hmm. And, we talk about nature, our tree canopies inside the city of Flint has somewhat become problematic in some areas because we have some trees that's causing hazards to our pedestrian areas and public and private areas. And we have a tree program that we started.
Mm-hmm, we do. So fortunately, we actually have 3 different programs going on. One is what we call a RISR. It's a resident-initiated service request. It's when a resident calls in and says, hey, there's a tree that's owned by the city in the right-of-way that we would like to get looked at. That is also eligible for a second program, which is the private tree program. We were able to do 3 rounds. It would be really nice if we find that we have some little money at the end that we might be able to do again. This is another thing that was your initiative. I keep tooting your horn, but it's true. This came from you and discussion, and we now have that opportunity. I've had the opportunity 3 times, actually, for residents who live in the home that they own and would like to be able to have an opportunity to get some tree work done. The second one is a grant that's income-based, and the third one is a match where the city matches dollar for dollar up to $2,000 in order to work on those private trees as well. So it's been a really great success. We've had we're still reviewing applications. There's just so many people who have an interest or a need, and we're basing it over safety. One thing that you bring up over and over again is how we want our community to be safe, healthy, happy, and have everything else that they need to stay and live here. And a tree, believe it or not, can be very, very dangerous if it's not able to be maintained or cut down when it's at its end of life. And this program gives us the opportunity for that.
You have been such a great partner inside the city of Flint for these residents. I want to thank you for all the great things that you have done as a worker inside the city of Flint to be able to assist residents, with these things, and also with the great initiative program that fall, right?
Yes.
Leaves fall on the ground,
yes.
And we have these fantastic leaf bags that we give residents, and I think it's a few rounds they can come into City Hall or on our sites to pick it up, and it's the Flint Strong leaf bags, and that is awesome. Talk a little bit about what they can do and how they can get those bags.
So the program we have in the city of Flint is called Bag It. This is a program that from April 1st to November 30th, a resident is required to gather their leaves. There's many things they can do alternatively, but a lot of people prefer to bag it or put it in a container out to the curb so that it can be recycled through our normal trash stream. And they're able to go to public places to get it. We have them in our information desk at City Hall, and we also have them at the Mays Community Center, and we also have it at McKinley Center. So those 3 locations are places that you can go to get these bags to maybe cut some costs, encourage them to put those leaves where they should go, because sometimes leaves get blown elsewhere. We really just want to keep our program going, keep the city clean, and by doing that, we want to partner with our residents. So the bags are available to our residents, and we encourage you to come in and get some if you would like to, especially if you're going to pay your water bill.
And we are stronger because we have great information now. That's what makes us Flint Strong. Thank you. God bless. Come and get some leaf bags.